One alternative to covering your sculpture with paper is to cover it with actually some tights. And in this case, I'm using knee-high tights. This is what it can look like. These are some black knee-highs that were stretched tightly over a form. So here I have a really simple form that I've created, and I'm going to cover it with some knee-high tights. So you just begin the same way that you would to put these on a foot. Gather them up in two hands with your fingers inside and start stretching it over the end. When the entire form is covered, you can start pulling and tugging and trying to get areas tighter. Just adjust as much as you want to. Just be careful because you can get runs in these, just as though you were wearing them on your feet. They can get a run. So watch out for any scratchy areas. If you have a seam in the toe of the foot, you can try to align it with the seam that's on your sculpture or tuck it to what will be the back of the sculpture. If you have bulges that you can't pull out or tighten out, you can cut and glue your tights. But I do think this is a little bit more advanced. So I begin by choosing what to cut out, and you'll want to glue it down onto one of the reeds, one of those ribs that are going through the shape. So now I add some hot glue along that reed, and I'll carefully stretch the tights and then touch them into place along that glue. You can see I'm trying to actually wrap the glue and the glued section underneath or toward the inside of the shape. And then I'm going to keep going down the edge so that all of that little bit can get covered with the tights. Then the next step is to add glue on top of that area and then stretch the tights over to fit and attach directly over that section. This is all just playing it by ear, pulling, stretching, gluing, trying more things to see what's going to look the very best. I wouldn't do this directly on the front of a sculpture, but I would put it behind or tucked behind something else that won't show quite as much. But it does allow you to get things a little bit tighter. You have to work with careful craftsmanship to get it to look great.